8 signs that he's not chasing you, he's playing you. You're the only one who suggests getting together. Ask yourself, whose idea was it to go out? If the answer is 90% you, then you're in for a really big red flag. The guy who's really interested in you won't wait for you to suggest and schedule all the dates. In your case, it seems like you're the one chasing after him, and he consents only for the time being. Why not give him the chance to initiate a date and see what happens? If he's nowhere to be found, you're dealing with an MPI guy. What's an MPI? Well, it's the minimum possible investment guy. He's never bought you dinner. If you're looking for something real, be a bit old-fashioned. Wait for him to show you that he's really interested in you, and don't run off to bed with him until he's shown you that he first wants to be with you, not just in you. The thing is, going on actual dates is a priority in a normal relationship. If splitting the bill for the pizza he ordered was the closest to having a meal together, then run away, unless, you just want to do the nasty with him. He's not going anywhere past that. He only texts for a hookup. Speaking of which, yes, that "what's up" after 10 p.m. is not an invitation to a ball. If he does that regularly after a certain time of the night, you know what he wants. The question is whether you're ready to be his second string and be as unattached as he is. If you can take it and not fall into some fantasies about you two, then sure thing, it's your life. Otherwise, you don't need that kind of guy. You've never met his friends. If he took you seriously, he would have introduced you to his best friends. But if you have no idea who they are, how can you know who you're dating? If it hasn't felt awkward to you, it's because you were either too much into him to notice this major flaw in your relationship, or you're simply happy with what you get because you like him so much. Either way, don't dream big with a man like that, because you're not going anywhere further than the bed. He looks like a total slob when with you. Does he care how he looks when he meets you? You might find it cute that he's that comfortable with you, and you might even get that wrong illusion that he's just being open and free to be himself around you. But no, if a guy likes you, he'll make sure he's nice, neat and clean before he meets you. Really? If you could tidy up and put on some makeup, fix your hair and all that, then what excuses him from doing the same? No matter how harsh this may sound, it's because he considers you an easy target and doesn't think that you deserve too much of an investment. Respect yourself more, girl. You feel like he couldn't care less about you. And how can you not? Everything is about him. The nights you see each other because he was in the mood, compared to you being always in the mood, the conversations which gravitate around him and himself, you name it. When you get to say something, he's likely to tune out, and you notice only when there's something he didn't remember. You're too much into him, and he doesn't show any interest in you. You're constantly nervous about the relationship. Your gut feels like it's been wrenched, and instead of butterflies, you often get those nasty needles that scream something's terribly wrong. It is. Trust yourself. Don't get carried away in fantasies where there's very little to fantasize about. Yes, it would be great to be with him, but you can't carry the load of what you want to call a relationship when the guy simply doesn't have anything of the sorts in mind. You know that he'll quickly disappear when his needs are satisfied, and that he'll switch the button to off when he's not in the mood for you. You feel terrible about yourself. These guys are masters at eroding your self-esteem. You have no idea where you're standing with him, and you don't know what else you can do about the two of you, and that makes you feel so bad about yourself. You may think that you're not doing enough to gain his attention, or that you're not worth his attention. But that's not true. He's not worth your attention. MPI guys are utterly immature and irresponsible, and there's very little you can do about it. If you liked that video and you want more, be sure to click here to subscribe to the channel. You can also ring the bell to be the first to watch every new video.